guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with what's happening here on this channel. And be sure to hit the bell so that you can be notified every time there's an upload here on this channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. What I'm going to be doing today is showing you guys how I do these. And that is basically just showing you guys how I do my head wraps. These are scarves that I use, but I wrap them on my head, so I call them head wraps. So anyway, if you guys would be interested in checking that out, please stay tuned. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the first one. But what I like to do is I start with a wig cap, and I just put this on because my hair is in 2-strand twist underneath here, and I just kind of like it to look a little bit more smooth underneath the wrap. So I put this on to kind of keep my hair sitting in place while I do my head wrap. Also, I have natural hair, and so a lot of my scarves are like of a cotton material or whatever, and so when you put cotton next to your natural hair, it can just suck all of the moisture out and you can have like really dry hair. This isn't doing the best in terms of keeping moisture in or out per se, but it's not quite as bad as me just putting the wrap on my hair, just on my hair bare. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first one. And this is just a scarf that I got from Old Navy, and it's a pretty long scarf. I try to do all of the head wraps with the long scarf, otherwise I can't really get the look that I'm going for. So the longer the scarf, the better, because you can wrap and do as much as you want to do with it, be as creative as you want to with the longer scarf. And so I'm using this one. And so the first thing I'm going to do is to take the scarf, and I have it long ways like this. It's completely open. And so what I'm going to do is just fold it up. So I'm folding it up, and I'm leaving just a little bit of material there. So it's double over, but there's just a little bit of it's a little bit more than halfway double. And so now I'm just going to take it with the smooth end or the folded end here, and I'm just going to take it and put it onto the back of my head like this. And I want to get it secured as good as I possibly can. Hope you guys can see. So once I secure it, I'm going to take both of my hands and grab the front, and I'm going to pull it together in the middle like this in the front. And so where I'm going with this is I'm going to make the sort of top knot here on the top. And what I like to do is just grab it here in the center, and I'll stick my hand in the middle and cross it over, and I just secure it as tight as I want it on my head. And so now all I'm going to do, I'm going to grab one side of it to make sure that I kind of cover this over the entire piece. I'm going to make one single strand as I go to wrap it around. So I'm going to grab one side and kind of just begin wrapping it, but I'm just kind of turning this around the entire piece to just form one strand right here to begin wrapping it on top of my head. And I just kind of tuck and put it wherever I want it to go to make it look nice and smooth. But all I'm doing for this one, or this look, is just I'm going to tie it until it's really tight like this, and it's going to already begin to kind of form a knot on its own. And so then what I do is I just take it like and wrap it around like this, and see my cap is showing a little bit. I just push that back, secure it around here, make sure that it's nice and neat. If you want your edges to hang out a little bit more, you can push this scarf back as far as you want to. But I just kind of take it and wrap it around in a circle. And as I'm wrapping it, I'm going to continue to twist, making sure all the little frayed ends are tucked in nice and neat so you can't see those. And I'm just wrapping it to make the ball up here on top. And once I get to the end right here, I'm just going to take and tuck this in underneath the ball. And once that's tucked in, this is what you end up with. A top knot basically. And so you can wrap it, and I see some people when they wrap these, they pull them down like far on their forehead. I kind of don't like things in my face a whole lot, so I always put mine here, but I just feel like it looks really good this way on me. So this is what I do, and this is how it looks in the front, side, and how it looks in the back. Alright, so for the next one, I basically just kind of double it over the same way I did with the first one, leaving a little bit of material down here at the bottom. So it's folded in half, but not completely in half. There's still a piece of the material left out here, so it's not quite completely double over. and I just do the same thing. I put it onto the back of my head and make sure it's secure again, and I come around here to the front. So this time, instead of just making it one strand, what I'm going to do is just take these two sides and I'm going to basically just kind of form a 2-strand twist with it. But as I'm doing that, I'm making sure that while I'm twisting that I'm kind of tucking the ends in a little bit so that it doesn't look wild on the outside, if you can understand what I'm saying. I'm twisting it and making sure it's tucked over nice and neat, because I just like a neat look on these, and I feel like it comes off a little bit cleaner when you try to make sure that those ends aren't showing so much. And so I'm almost to the end of it, and I just kind of have this little tail hanging out, and I go down just a little bit more. But it's the same sort of a top knot, but it's just gonna have like a braided look. And so I just take it and wrap this around the same way we did the other one, but this one has a braided look to it. And I do the same thing here, just kind of tuck and push those ends underneath, and you really have to kind of situate it to get the desired look that you're going for. And so that's all that I do. And this is the finished wrap on this one with the braided look in the front. So this is the front of it. Looks about the same on the side and in the back. With this next one, what I like to use is a scarf that kind of has either 2 tones on it, or that kind of has a pattern towards the end, because I just find that it adds a little bit more texture to it and it makes it look just a little bit more fancy when you put it on. So I do the same thing with all of them. I double it over, or halfway double it over. Y'all got what I'm saying by now. And then I do this one, instead of putting it on from the back, this time we're going to turn it around and put it on from the front. So I just throw it over my head, making sure the sides are even, and I bring the front of it down, just like basically just past the wig cap, and I'm gonna go to tie it just behind my ears like this. And once I get to the back of it, and I hope you guys can see that, I'm gonna take my hands and cross it over like this. So I'm gonna begin to tie that same knot that I did in the front just a minute ago, but I'm going to be doing the braid in the back, or the 2-strand twist in the back. So I'm going to cross it over, because I'm just making basically a 2-strand twist in the back. And then, so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm going to swing it around on the side here, and I'm going to begin to just twist it over and twist it over until I get to the end. And so you guys see what I mean by the 2-tone scarf, how it's kind of ombre, and when you twist it you get the different colors in here. So I'm twisting it all the way out, and this one is going to be just a pinch uneven, but that's okay because we're going to tuck that in. So once I twist it all the way down, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it, this little tail here, and I'm going to swing it across the front of my head like this. And so you have I have a tag over here that's kind of sticking out, so I want to make sure I'm laying that down so you can't see it. And once I got that twist situated, I'm just going to bring it over here across the back, and then I'm going to take it right here on this side, and I'm going to tuck it in. And so that's what it looks like in the back. I can't see, but I know you guys, you can see what it looks like in the back, and that's what it's going to look like on the side. And once you swing it around, you kind of have this sort of like a hat look. It almost looks like a brimmed hat, but it has this pretty pattern going across the front of it with the double colors. And so that's what it looks like. And what I like to do with this one, I always bring them down over my ears just because I don't like my ears sticking straight out of them. And so if that's comfortable for you, you can do it that way. And so yes, that is it for this one. So for this last one, this scarf, it looks like an infinity scarf when you first pick it up. I'll see if I can include a link to something that is very similar, but this scarf is actually made for me by my sister. This scarf, it looks like an infinity scarf, like I said, but then it has this opening right here in the middle. And so with this one, it has this little, it's like a satiny kind of material on the inside. And I want to say the one that she got this idea from has the same sort of material inside. But for this one, if you find one, and like I said, I'm going to try to find a link for one to include for you below. But you take this one almost like a hat, and you just sit it on your head this way. And it is kind of tricky how to tie this and make it your own. You have to kind of play around with it. You can try all kinds of different things. So the first thing I do is once I put it on, I make sure it's secured behind my head. I want to always do that. And then you cross from the left. So this is my left hand right here. And I'm going to take this and cross the left over the right. So I have these two pieces in my hand. This is my right hand over here. So I'm going to kind of couple these in my two fingers right here. I'm reaching in the middle part right here, in the top, in this little hole, straight through the top with my right hand. It's kind of tricky. Through the top with the right hand. And I'm grabbing the right piece that I just laid down. And I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to pull it through. And so then you end up with these two ears right here. But that's not the look we're going for, right? So you're gonna kind of tuck it and fix it and situate it on your head the way you want it, or that's most comfortable. And then what we're gonna do is take this hanging flap right here. So this is gonna give us our little pump at the top, and you're gonna kind of fold it in and tuck it in on this side over here. So this already gives me a little bit of height right here, so I'm just tucking that in on this side. And then this piece that's hanging over my face, I'm just gonna play with it and position it to where I can swoop it over on the other side to kind of add a true turban look with this one. So I'm just gonna take it, and all I'm doing right now is just fanning it out, this little ear that's left, and I'm gonna tuck it over like this right here. And this is where you freestyle. But if you want to do something different with this scarf, you can most certainly do that, but this is just the way that I do it. This is the way that I learn. And so I tuck it in back here, and then I got this other side, and I kind of tuck it in down into this other side a little bit, and just play around with it a little bit until it looks the way that is most flattering on your face and or on your head. So that really is all for that. Like this is what I do when I put it on. I just wear it like this, and I kind of like the way that it looks. And so this is the finished look for this particular wrap, and this is the front of it, how it looks on the side, and how it looks in the back. Alright you guys, so that is it for my head wrap tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know in the comment section what videos you guys would like to see here on this channel. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to check out my previous uploads. I'm not sure if it's going to come first or after, but I recorded this makeup look. So this should be in the previous video. If not, you just check out the previous upload. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!